This year's budget for Mr. Arun Jaitley is a very crucial budget because I think it's a year of takeoff for the Indian economy, for the Indian businesses, and the service sector and the agriculture sector. Of course, hoping that we have a repeat monsoons like we've had in the last 2 years. Having said that, my perception of the budget, which is to be announced in the next 48 hours, is uh, it will be focused on MSMEs, on agriculture, and on infrastructure. Because focusing on MSMEs and on agriculture, you are putting or allocating capital to the right places, which will generate employment. It will generate value addition, contributing to the gross value added. And employment today is a dire need of the country. We need fast employment. We need gainful employment. The jobless growth which people keep on talking about, that has to be uh, substantially and drastically reduced. So these two sectors of it will create huge demand in the economy of various input items, and it will also create huge employment opportunities. So personally, I basically feel that between this pyramid of agriculture, MSME, and infrastructure, the main allocation of the budget would be there. My second suggestion is that the corporate tax rate should come down to 20%, withdraw all the incentives. Life will be much easier, and we feel that the absolute value of tax collection will definitely increase. And if America can reduce the tax rate from 35 to 21%, so we should also consider this to be a possibility. And second is on the uh, personal income tax front, we have suggested as a chamber to raise the limit up to 5 lakhs, no tax, and bring down the tax rate to 25%. Another area where we feel the government is going to concentrate on is the core issue of NPAs. There might be some policy issues on the capitalization of the banks. There could also be big announcements on disinvestments by the government, because that's a major source of non-tax revenue for the government of India. So I'm also looking forward for certain major announcements on non-tax revenue. But overall, to conclude, I think the overall size of the budget, which was 21.47 lakh crores, I think that whole size has to be increased, because until the top line increases, and the top line you have to only increase with innovative policies. We cannot go with the same archaic policies of tinkering here and tinkering there and getting some extra 1,000 crores there and extra 1,000 crores there. We have to think something holistically, where the inflow to the exchequer is in consistent and large sums, because the top line of the budget has to increase by 5 to 6 lakh crores. Otherwise, this fiscal deficit keeps on, it'll be going on year after year. Of course, I don't say that uh, India will ever put a budget which will be fiscal deficit free. If it does, great for us. But a fiscal deficit is nothing but the interest, at least in the Indian context of the 17-18 budget. If we see the interest payment is 5,23,000 crores, our fiscal deficit is 5,65,000 crores, which means that we have borrowed this money, 5,65,000 crores, to pay our interest. So now only we have to see that if that revenue can increase. So from our own revenue, to what extent and what percentage we can pay our own interest of the country. To that extent, we have to do less borrowings. And to that extent, naturally, your fiscal deficit is lower. So these are some of the views, but now 24 hour is there, everything will be out. So there's no point speculating. But these are the wish list of the PhD chamber in broad terms.